So welcome back to the channel again, everyone. Triple M here, and this is a new Google TV streaming stick. So this is the Realme 4K Smart Google TV stick. So this is what it looks like from the pictures. Looks like it does have USB-C. I could be wrong, but I'll try to get some more close-up photos of it. At present, it's available in India, not in the US as of yet. So hopefully that will come over to the US here in a little bit. That way we can just test it out and see where it stands. So we're gonna get into the specs, some of the features a little bit later, but let's just do a quick overview on what the stick is and whether it might be the device for you. Alright, so we know that it is powered by Google TV. So it is officially certified by Google, so that's always good. So what that means is that when you go to your Play Store, you can get all those apps directly and not a lot of side loading involved. So that's always a plus. It does have a Google Assistant built in, so you can press the button, ask whatever you want to ask it to do, play music, whatever the case is. Excellent picture. So as far as the picture, the Realme has a high picture quality that supports up to 4K output and advanced connectivity so that you can have an excellent viewing experience. So it does support 4K at 60 frames per second, HDR10, and it does have HDMI 2.1 support. So we'll get into what's missing here in a little bit. Design itself looks similar to the Fire Stick, a little bit more rounded. It looks like the edges, LED light on top, and unlimited features, so you get all your applications, you get a couple quick launch, and we'll get into what the remote looks like here in a little bit. So to break it down a little bit more, I'm going to be reading from 9to5 Google, and as always, I'll link that article in the description of this video. So after a few teases in recent weeks, Realme has officially launched its new streaming stick, bringing the first Google TV device to India. The Realme 4K TV stick is a pretty simple device, but it carries quite a bit of weight with it. While Android TV is quite popular in India, the newer Google TV had yet to make an appearance until today, or until the launch of that device. Google's affordable Chromecast skipping the region. Pricing for the Realme GT falls to $39,999, which is around $55 US. So just like the Fire Stick, guys, Fire Stick just launched at $55, so definitely can see who they're competing with. On the hardware level, the Realme stick is pretty simple. The design is very much akin to the Fire TV or the Xiaomi Mi Stick, using an integrated HDMI plug for output and what appears to be a micro USB for power. So maybe I missed it, guys, but can't really tell from this picture. I guess it could be a micro USB. Let's zoom in a little bit. All right, so that definitely looks like it is a micro USB. So there goes some of the thunder. So Realme says the device supports HDMI 2.1 out for up to 4K 60, HDR10 output to compatible TV. So under the hood, we have a quad-core CPU that runs the show. Realme doesn't specify which chipset it is. It does have 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of storage, and found alongside the chip, both being fairly standard for affordable consumer streamers like this one. So again, the Fire Stick 4K just launched, guys. 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of storage, and in order to add storage, you need to have an OTG adapter, adapt storage, or add external storage. So that's still going with the grain as far as what previous devices offer. Another interesting aspect of the hardware here is the remote. Realme is using a custom remote on the device instead of Google TV reference remotes that has been used frequently this year. Realme's design looked like it will be fine alternative, and it's also one of the first devices we're seeing YouTube Music shortcut on the remote. I don't use YouTube Music. I don't really know anyone who does. In the comment section, let me know if you use YouTube Music. While surely useful, it's a pretty funny inclusion given YouTube Music doesn't even have a real app on Android TV, Google TV. That is pretty funny. So here's a look at the remote. The remote, it's fine. Remote looks pretty attractive actually. So you have the power button, mute, navigation here. You have your back home, your settings. Then you have Netflix, YouTube, Prime Videos, YouTube Music, and then you have your volume up and down with the Google Assistant in the middle. So just looking at the remote, it does look pretty attractive. Here's a closer look at the device. Like I said, pretty standard. Looks similar to the Fire Stick with the rounded edges, but nothing out of the ordinary. So my thought on this is that this is $55. It is a Google TV device. If it comes to the US, it still doesn't beat out the Chromecast with Google TV, which would be my first choice. I wouldn't pick that over the Fire Stick necessarily because I do feel like it's missing some of those key features. It doesn't show that it has Wi-Fi 6, which is one upgrade that I like about the new Fire TV Stick. And just looking at the video formats that this actually supports, if you look at the actual Fire Stick, guys, you have Dolby Vision, you have HDR10, HDR10 Plus, HLG, H.265. So it kind of lists through Dolby Atmos as well. Not on par with what the Fire Stick or the Chromecast with Google TV's offerings. So maybe it's one of those things where this is dedicated for a specific audience. India, for instance. India does not have the Chromecast with Google TV. They don't have an official device that runs Google TV. Maybe that's the plan, to put that in the market and see how it expands. So whether this will come to the US, I'm not 100% sure. So definitely, if you know that answer, drop it in the comments as well. As always, if this becomes available, I will pick it up and take a look under the hood review for you. That's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.